Welcome to the Professional Rulebreaker podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Walterhouse. So thought I would start out and talk a little bit about what to expect in this podcast and maybe a little bit even about me. So I started this podcast and quite frankly, my business because I saw entrepreneurs really struggling and being really frustrated because their sales were not where they wanted them to be. And I don't want you to have that same problem of wasting time and money and leaving sales on the table, quite frankly. I know that I was really lucky early in my business life to have the most amazing mentor. And because of that, I know that you can get to where you need to be quicker and get these amazing results if you have a mentor that is so successful that you can model what they do. And because of that, I was able to sell close to $1 billion myself personally. Yes, $1 billion with a B, and I couldn't have done it without learning from my mentor. It really wouldn't have been possible. So what are we going to do in this podcast? So my guests and I are going to provide you with the inspiration, secrets, tools, and resources so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We'll give you the tools to get you where you need to be quicker. In every podcast, hopefully you'll learn at least 1 to 2 things that maybe no one else knows so you can create a different, portion of your business and maybe create a different destiny. So what is a professional rule breaker? I get asked a lot because that name, for whatever reasons, really seems to resonate with a lot of people. So first off, let me just tell you how I came up with the name. I started, looking at, why are some of the reasons why I've been so successful in my life and in business. And quite frankly, it was being a rule breaker. Now, I'm not talking about breaking laws or things like that. What I'm talking about is kind of just pushing the envelope, thinking outside the box, being different, and being truly, authentically me, which sometimes, I know I can be quirky or unique or different, but it has worked for me. So I want you to think about, okay, so what's unique and different about you? That's my first lesson of the day. Because if you bring that spice to your clients, to potential clients, it's going to result in some sales. So let me break down, I think, are the 3 top, there's a whole bunch more, categories of really what makes a rule breaker, professional rule breaker. So the very first one is that you are not happy with the status quo. You're asked why a lot. And I know I drive my husband crazy, drive my kids crazy because I ask why a lot with them, out in the restaurant, wherever I may be, because I know sometimes there are better solutions out there, better things, and it never hurts to ask why. Why is something done in a certain way? You're just not willing to settle. Okay, number 2, something I call structured experimentation. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, what is that? Well, basically, you are willing to take risks. And you're willing to put yourself out there. You're willing to take action, even though you may not know what the outcome is going to do, what it's going to be. So, of course, with risk comes failure. But I love failure because failure is really an ascension. It gives you steps that you take to success. I remember hearing something that Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, had said, and I think it was a podcast that I had listened to. And she said that when she got home every day from school, her dad asked her, so what did you fail on today? So what does that really mean? So basically, her dad was asking, so what did you take action on today? What did you do that was different, right? Because she tried something And she probably failed on something or maybe failed several times a day, but she was taking action. And then now look at her and look at what she's been able to do with her business and her life. Okay, number 3, passion. You have this fire in the belly that sometimes people just don't understand, right? You have something that you want to put out in the world and you're just relentless. You will not give it up until it's out there. You're willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. So, I know there's other things too, but I would have to say that those are at least my top 3. Maybe as we go through and interview these other really successful entrepreneurs, maybe we can carve out some more and find out some really interesting secrets from them. So we want to be truly your source of inspiration and motivation that will help you change your life and your business. So if you like what you hear on these podcasts, can you please do me a really big favor and give it a 5-star review and tell your friends about it? Even if you have to grab their phone and download it wherever you listen to your podcasts and like it, that would be really great. And please give it a 5-star review. So I am so looking forward to providing you with value and just interesting tips and fun along the way, because here at the Professional Rule Breaker, we do sales differently.